A boring place.
Hey everybody, it is Sunday, July 23rd. We're here at the Cumberland Monastery, an area steeped in history and natural beauty. It's one of the few places left in town that has largely gone untouched in the last 60 years or so. And it's one of those places where I like to come often with the kids and just walk around and look for different types of birds and toads and frogs and turtles and whatever else we can find. We found two today. But it's a place that has a lot of good memories for me, especially when I was younger growing up in this town. And to come here, and it basically looks how it did then, is one of the few places that I can say that about Cumberland. While everything else has been carved up for subdivisions or just turned into a complete mess, it's nice to come somewhere where you can look around and say, hey, even in 50 years, if I came back here, it probably would look pretty similar to how it does today. But that leads me to us moving, and this is what I crave: more out, more open spaces, woods, away from people. But this is just like a small little island in the middle of one of the most, the second most populated states in the country. And even here, even off in the distance, behind the sounds of birds, you can hear traffic and highway, and you'd have to really come late at night when things quiet down a little bit just to get away from the sounds of the road. But it's 600 acres of solitude, and I just like coming here and relaxing. But I watch a lot of hiking videos, which also segue into what I'd like to say, is that I watch a lot of the hiking videos, especially people on the Appalachian Trail when they go through the Cumberland Valley where we'll be living, just so I get an idea of what the terrain is like, because I'd like to hike that section as soon as we get down there. But many of the hikers that are coming through are from somewhere else. They're through hikers. And one of the things I hear on a lot of videos is when they get through the Cumberland Valley, they just say how beautiful it is, and how one guy even said, a video I watched recently, he said, if there is a heaven, I wish it looked like this, and I'd be able to just walk through it whenever I wanted. And I say to myself, wow, I'm going to live there. And it really kind of stirs something in my soul, because it is beautiful. It's a beautiful area, but at the same time, it's an area that, you still have civilization. You don't have to drive an hour, half hour, an hour to get to a store. But you drive 10, 15 minutes out and you're in beautiful farmland and Tuscarora, I think it's called. State Forest is right there, the Michaud State Forest. Appalachian Trail runs right through there. A lot of state game lands. I don't hunt, but you can go on them for hiking purposes and things like that. And then there's other things to do too, obviously. But it's when I come here to this spot, I really wish like the rest of everything looked like this, because maybe I wouldn't dislike living around here so much. I'm not an ocean person. I really don't care about the ocean. It does nothing for me. Especially after you go down like to North Carolina or Florida and you see the beaches there, then you come back here and you're like, yeah, these beaches kind of suck. But that's it. So we're just going to continue our hike and see what we can find, and then we'll go back home. All right, it's great talking to you. See you later.